Good morning. Welcome to a video with a walk with Coffee Nail. Today, at the moment, I'm in Sheffield City Centre. I'm a little bit out of the centre. I'm up on Division Street, which, if you're into your music and you attended Tramline's early days, this was one of the streets what used to be flooded with bands, music venues, and a great vibe. So I've actually just paid £3.10 to park for 2 hours. It's getting too expensive, Sheffield parking. That's why I don't come in the centre as much anymore. So this is Division Street, what I'm walking down now. And I'm going to check a place out called Steam Yard. So Steam Yard is a coffee shop which was opened by a guy called Matt, who used to run a venue called Soho, but put some great bands on in Sheffield. I've never actually been in Steam Yard, so this will be first time, so I've heard good things about it. And there's the Frog and Parrot, very, very popular and well-known venue around Sheffield. So here we are, see how this goes. So I've got my coffee, it's cost £3.30. It was quite quirky inside, good character, friendly staff, and I'll have a bit of a walk around Sheffield and see how the coffee tastes. So far the cup's very good, much better than the other one. So this coffee is really, really hot, and that's a good thing because I love boiling hot coffee. I don't like it going cold, I love it red hot. So already it's scoring good points. And it tastes really good too. So it's hard to see because it's sunlight, but Sheffield has a lot of these great church buildings scattered all around. Sometimes they sort of go under the radar, how good the buildings are. So there is our City Hall. It's actually great inside. If you ever get a chance to go and watch a gig in there, please do, it's amazing inside. And it doesn't go without its features outside. So even though I've switched the camera around and walking down Fargate at the minute, and as you can see it's under all construction, so it'll be interesting to see what this looks like once it's done. It used to be a very popular area of Sheffield for the high street store. So I finished the coffee and I'm going to score it a 9 out of 10. I really needed that, that were really good. It was close, it was pushing for that 10. I don't know if I'm being a little bit harsh just giving it the 9 out of 10, because that was amazing. I was very impressed with that one, and I will definitely go back there a lot more often now. I feel a bit of a letdown that I've not actually been in there before, so definitely I'm going to be trying again. You know what, Sheffield has some great buildings. This is the cathedral. It's set back a little bit so it don't stand out as much, but what a great building it is. And you can go in there. Again over there, these are really good buildings down the street. And again, another great building. Again, that's another great building there. Obviously the light's a bit better down here, but again, you can see like another great church building. However, it's banged right at the side of that, which don't look so great. So I'm going to try and find another coffee again. Having a little bit of a rate my coffee day here. And that's the other angle from the church building I was just showing you. There's another building, I don't think that's in use anymore. And then down here, a load of ramblers, look. So there you've got the Sheffield Crucible, home for all you snooker fans. I know they're on about moving it, I don't know if they have actually moved it yet, but that's obviously where they do the snooker. Then another cracking building, the Lyceum Theatre. Sheffield has got a lot of good little theatres knocking around. I mean, that one's quite big, but it has got some nice little ones like the Library Theatre and stuff knocking around too. And right here, you have the Sheffield Winter Gardens, which is a pretty little cool place as well. It's not huge inside, but it's pretty cool to go in and check out. So I'm going to try and find the next coffee. I'm not going to go in there and grab one. I'm going to find, apparently there's some good coffee shops around here, so I'm going to try one of these. Right here you have our town hall, which is another great building. I'll show you around front of there shortly. Very quirky cafe. Never seen this place before. This is really cool. With the Maradona tribute up there. So this is an Italian cafe. They love Maradona and they obviously love Napoli. But I've just come downstairs and this is insane. I'll be coming here again too. I didn't even know this place was here in Sheffield. Madness. Now I've just come in this little cafe. It's an Italian cafe and it is sensational inside. I have got my white Americano again. I think that costs £3.30 again. So that's sort of the standard price of these coffee shops in town. As you can see, Sheffield has so many great buildings. I hope they really get this right once they've finished all the work. And that's the town hall from the other side. So that's the other side to the Sheffield Town Hall. And you can see it's got some great features in there too. Obviously this gets really busy in the summer. So this coffee, again, is really good. That cafe, you know, I'm so glad I found it. That's made my day, that. They're very Napoli obsessed though. I asked the guy, because I thought there was all the Maradona tributes, so I thought it was an Argentinian cafe, but he says no, it's an Italian cafe and they're big Napoli fans. And then he said, if you want, have a walk round, take some pictures, take some videos, and please come again, which I definitely will. When you look at it from that side, what an amazing building. So that part of Sheffield definitely looks a lot different to how it used to. There used to be some great things around there. Just up the road from there were Chubby's Takeaway, quality place. And then there were Casbah, great nightclub as well. And yeah, that's the view from the other side. A bit further down. And then that's the more, the shops and that down there, but I can't be bothered to walk down there. It's just not really of any interest down there. It just needs a lot of work doing to it, unfortunately. Very run down. It only looked alright over Christmas, because obviously Christmas markets were down there. But the rest of the time it's not the greatest place, unfortunately. And it used to be very, very popular. So, I've finished that coffee now. And I'm going to put that as an 8.5 out of 10. The coffee was really good. I do think the Steam Yard coffee was slightly better. But both, you know, are very good. I think in terms of interior, then that one was definitely better in terms of the cafe. I'd enjoy it a lot more because it's a bit different. But in terms of the coffee, I think Steam Yard just edges it. Sheffield looks a lot different these days. There used to be a taxi rank up there. After a night out, you'd get the takeaway and taxi. But now it looks like this. It has, however, added some steps for me. Look. I mean, it does have a nice, good, clean vibe about it around here now, which is always good. I think what would be good to see more art like this around Sheffield, because these are really cool. If you go to like Bristol, it's so arty around the city. It's a bit more art for you. And then the art of Sheffield, but it's been graffitied all over, unfortunately. Spider-Man, he's found his way into Sheffield, look. So for anybody who's seen the film Full Monty, that is the job centre they go in. So there's a piece of history for you. And it does look like it's still open as well, which is a good thing. So this is West Street. This gets thriving on a Friday and Saturday night. Probably through the week as well when the students are back. But there's lots of bars on here. So I've come back to car now because I don't want to get fined. I used to pick parking fines up all the time. And you know, it gets expensive when you start picking these parking fines up. But I'm just having a quick glance here. And this car park for 12.5 hours cost £19.40. That is ridiculous. So I've now had a drive up to Bowl Hill Lane, which is, I think it comes under Crookesmoor, which is like, it was an 8-minute drive from where I parked. So there's plenty of street parking at this time, which is like you know, midday, 1 p.m. And apparently you get some of the best views around Sheffield here. So I'm going to check that out, and obviously not just have it all restricted to town centre today. Because obviously I probably didn't get enough content anyway around town centre due to how expensive the parking was. So let's check this out. So that's the first view I'm coming to, which is a great view on there. That's sort of heading towards Hillsborough way, I think, but I may be wrong. So at the moment I'm walking down here, and it gives me this sort of view, which is all right at the moment. I'm hoping to get a better view than this though. So I'm gonna stand a bit higher up and see if the view gets a bit better. That's what I'm getting at the moment. So this is a view I'm getting. That is incredible. And there's plenty of benches to sit as well if you want to relax. It's quite busy up here, which has surprised me a little bit, but the views are really good. So I decided to come away from town a little bit and enjoy this, but it's, like I said, it's 8-9 minutes drive away. If you're walking, it's about half an hour away, which is still not bad. And this is what Sheffield offers. It's got so many beautiful places like this. And this is the view I'm currently enjoying. Superb. Yeah, and when you step back a little bit and you look at that view like that, again, it's an amazing place to come and enjoy. Like I said, the sunset and the sunrise is probably amazing to watch up here. So to live, obviously there's housing estates behind us, and to live in those houses, it must be amazing just to walk on here and see the sunset, sunrise every night if you want to. Obviously when you can see it, but it must be amazing to see it all the time, and it must give you, you know, some good headspace. Quite a few challenging steps here as well, especially when it's been icy over the last week or so. So I'm guessing they probably use this for like BMX tracks or bikes or whatever. I don't know. It just looks like one of those places what would do that sort of thing. It's not too bad actually, walking around here. It's not as muddy as I thought it'd be. I mean, I may have spoke too soon, like. Obviously this part's not getting enough sun on it for it to melt away. Right, as per usual, I'm a little bit lost. I'm hoping if I follow this, it's not really a footpath, just like bricks and rocks and mud. If I follow this round, I'm hoping I come out somewhat of where I started. Just follow the sun. So this is what I'm walking up. So I've now landed here and got to walk across this. I can hear voices above me, but I can't actually see a way out. I think I've solved the puzzle. So the good news is I managed to find my way back. It didn't take as long as I thought it might either, which is pretty good. So I don't know if you can hear that music behind me. The guy's playing them things what like look like bin lids. I don't know what they're called. So it's quite busy up here. A lot of people walking dogs, out walking, relaxing, which is really good. And it shows that you can go places and you don't actually have to pay a fortune to enjoy things. Because all these views, you know, they're all free. Roadside parking and that, you can park here for free. What I'd recommend though is you do it sort of while people are at work and stuff, because people live here and it, you know, there's nothing more annoying when people can't get parked when they're on the way home from work after a long day. So I've talked about steep hills before in Sheffield in the Hillsborough video, and as you can see, very, very steep. And it's just full of these Sheffield, but it makes good scenery. So as I'm walking back up to the car, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and find quite a lot of places you can go within many places, maybe Yorkshire, Derbyshire, etc., and where you can go and enjoy great views, you know, maybe a coffee and a sandwich, etc., for the bare minimum, basically, because life's expensive and we need to enjoy it, but we can't always afford it. So it's always good to try and do things on the bare minimum. And like I said, these sort of places you can come for free, you can get road parking for free, so it gives you an opportunity to explore. So again, I'm talking about steep hills in Sheffield. As you can see, that's not as steep, but it's got a great view. Again, what I'm talking about, these steep hills in Sheffield. So as you can see, just go on forever. Won't be the easiest being a postman or postwoman walking up these hills. Get strong calves though. So, been into the city centre. Checked a new couple of coffee shops out. Both were fantastic, by the way. Recommend both highly. Check some views out a bit further up and enjoyed it. And thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.